everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a Canvas mastery path for a module. So I have created a module in my sandbox that I'm going to use for this particular example. And so the first thing that you are going to want to do is you are going to want to make sure that the MasteryPaths feature is turned on for this particular course. So I'm going to do that by going to settings in the course navigation, and then selecting future options at the top right. And then I will want to, if you select the caret next to MasteryPaths, you'll just see a quick definition of what MasteryPaths are, which is a way to configure individual learning paths for students based on assessment results. And then I'll want to select the red X, change it to enabled, and then you'll see the green check mark showing you that you can now enable MasteryPaths. So I'm going to go to modules, and so before you make your mastery path, you are going to want to have a module already created with the different elements that you want students to complete. So how I have this one organized, first you complete a pre-assessment. So my fun little topic that I've made for this example is called Music Through the Decades. And so everybody will take a pre-assessment based on that topic. And so based on their score on this pre-assessment, they'll be taken down a different path. And there are 3 different paths in this mastery path example. So if you score well on the pre-assessment, that means that you have mastered the content. So then you will go to discussion B, and then you will go to an extension activity, and then everybody will take the post-assessment. If you score a score that's perhaps we're not yet showing mastery, but you're not yet failing it, then you could go to discussion C. Then you complete the study guide just to make sure that you will master the content by the post-assessment. And again, this is just a short, simple example that I've made with this mastery path. You can make them a lot more complex than this one. And then finally, if you are failing the Music Through the Decades pre-assessment, then that means you will be going to remediation activities. And so you'll complete discussion A, complete the study guide, and then at the end you'll complete the post-assessment. Okay. So to start building my mastery path, now that I have all of my elements in this particular module, I am going to go to my pre-assessment. And so think of this as your starting point. Mastery paths, I refer to them as kind of choose your own adventures here. And so this is the starting point of where everybody is initially, that first page. So I'm going to go to the 3 dots here, and then you'll see this Mastery Paths option. If you don't see the Mastery Paths option, that just means that you need to go to the course settings and turn on the Mastery Paths feature first. So if I select Mastery Paths, this takes me to a window where I can start building my path. And again, these can be a lot more complex than the one that I'm building in this example. I just wanted to show you just 3 simple paths with 3 activities here. And so each of these, I'll have to select the plus sign to start building. And so this pre-assessment is worth 22 points, and you can see that here. And I can change the different score bands if I want to. So those scoring 18 and above, they'll be put in this band. Then 14 to 17, they'll be put in this band. And then all of their scores will be in this score band here. So if students are showing mastery on this particular topic, I want them to go to a particular discussion board first. So by selecting this plus sign, this opens up a window which shows all of the assignments and activities that I have for in my course. I can search here. There's a lot to filter through, or I can even filter by the type of assignment. Because I'm making it my sandbox, I don't have a lot in here right now. So I want students to complete discussion B. And then I'm just going to continue to build off of that. So after they complete the discussion, then I want them to complete the extension activity. And then finally, they will complete the post-assessment. Okay. This band here, they are also going to complete a discussion, but it will be discussion C. And then I do want them to look at the study guide just to make sure they have mastered all the concepts, and then they will take the post-assessment. And for this last score band here, they will complete discussion A. Then they will go to the study guide and then the post-assessment. And so again, you can make these more complex than I have here. I can even change this to or to show that students can do this activity, just to give them a little bit of choice, or this activity before going to the post-assessment. But I'm just going to leave it as and here. And so once I'm done building my paths, then I'll go scroll down and I'll select save. Okay, and this will take me back to my modules, and you'll notice that it's a little bit different. It looks different here. If I select this MasteryPaths here, that just means that it takes me back to that page where I just was, where I can edit the paths very easily. It also shows me the score bands that I have here, and I will show you the student view in a moment, because students won't see this, and students will only see the path that they are put on after taking the pre-assessment. You'll notice that I have 2 pages here as activities. If you go into the page, so this is the extension activity, and you select edit, there is an option to allow in MasteryPaths. So assignments and discussions, if you have them as graded, will always show in those options. But if you don't see a page that you want as a MasteryPath, perhaps you're putting content out there for students, then you'll just want to make sure that that option is selected, so that way you can include it in a MasteryPath. Okay, before I show you the student view, let's make sure that our assignments are assigned to the proper groups. So this pre-assessment, if I select it, should be assigned to everyone, because everyone's completing the pre-assessment. So if I selected the assignment and I scroll down, I can see assigned to everyone, and that is correct. Same with the post-assessment. If I go to the post-assessment, everyone is completing that. Yep, it needs to be assigned to everyone. However, if there are assignments that aren't completed by everyone, such as the discussion boards, I'll want to change that. So if I select discussion A, for example, and I select edit, I can scroll down, and you'll want to make sure that it says assigned to MasteryPaths. So you'll see this option once you start creating your MasteryPaths. You don't want it assigned to everyone, because you don't want everyone to see that particular discussion board if they aren't set on that particular path that you built. You will see a warning once you save. It's just saying that it's not assigned to everyone in your course. So you just want to continue there. So you want to go through and check through each of your assignments, make sure that they are assigned to MasteryPaths. And then you can add in your due dates and availability dates. So now I'm going to show you what this looks like through the student view. And I really recommend doing this just to make sure that your MasteryPaths are built correctly, and making sure that students only see what is assigned to them in this particular path. So I'm going to do that by going to the top right, selecting student view, and then you'll notice that for this particular module, it is locked. Everything else is locked until I get to this, I complete this pre-assessment, because these activities here are assigned to me based on the path that I have. And so students won't see all of them. They will only see what's assigned to them based on the pre-assessment. So definitely check out Student View just to make sure that your MasteryPaths are built in the way that you want them to be built.